Hey guys, Sarah Upside Down here. Just wanted to pop in, do a quick video, and by that I mean not a 20 to 40-minute video. Um, since I'm trying to just use like what I have in my brain and not like piling up a bunch of different information, which is great. The videos might actually be shorter, or they could be longer. We'll see how it goes. But yes, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome, and just to let you know a little bit about what I do, I put information out for autism, ADHD, mental health, and personality types and different things that sort of interest me or about my life or, people around me, and just different insights on how to help you with that, or to help guide you through, the process, whatever you want. Except for maybe not whatever. I'll take that back. So yeah, today I am getting out of my comfort zone. By comfort zone, I mean like I'm leaving my bedroom, and I do not know why it took so much effort to like literally push me from my bedroom to like maybe 10 to 15 minutes down the road, but it does. Um, so yeah, part of what I've been trying to talk about with identity and stuff like that, this is a big part for me. It's like actually leaving the house, the room, the kids, whatever, the people, like, um, and um, not having to travel far, but just like going somewhere to see like what I enjoy about that, like what about where I go is interesting to me, like what sticks out to me. Um, like I love these trees, for instance. I love these trees. Like, can I just chop this giant one down and put it in my front yard? Like that's something that sticks out to me. So going off on a rabbit trail there. And by trail, I mean I'm going down trails today because that's something that I really like to do whenever I go outside. Now, did I have anxiety about how the weather was going to be? Yes. Did I feel like a little bit worried about, just going somewhere else that I haven't been? Yeah, kind of, but I love to go to new places. I know it's good for me, but it's mostly just the getting started part and like getting out of the dang house. And once I, get caffeinated enough, or just I'm having a turmeric latte today, but once I just like get myself moving and going and whatever, then like I'm like, okay, we're out, we're doing something, and it's gonna be an adventure. Um, but like the things I would say that come with, maybe some negative sides of like anxiety and being autistic and stuff, is this like the anxiety of like I don't know what's going to be like, I don't know what the weather's going to be like. And so I found out just getting started and getting out of the house and doing this, that by the time I went to Dollar Tree, got a couple things for my daughter's birthday party this weekend, and went and got a my turmeric latte, um, I by that time I realized, man, it's really nice outside. Like I don't even have to worry anymore because I actually left the house to figure out if it's nice outside or not. Um, Serious introvert problems. But anyways, I know I talked a little bit about on my last channel. But Christian Rivera, he's an INTP, and he has a YouTube channel and like a podcast and different stuff. And I've been learning some different things from him for INTPs specifically, but it kind of goes for like people on the spectrum as well, and people with ADHD, and he kind of like correlates some mental health stuff into that. So I've been learning some things that are helpful for me specifically, and that's just getting out of my comfort zone, doing new things, getting ideas from, outside of, my bedroom or the research that I'm doing, and just even like emptying my thoughts, like going somewhere where I can empty my thoughts and just free my space up in my head. It's kind of like meditation, but I feel like sometimes for like the ADHD autistics out there anyways, like sometimes I need to move while I meditate. You know what I'm saying? So trails are my moving meditation. That's going to be my new thing. Um, my arm's getting tired. Like, I'm really against the whole selfie stick thing, you know? Like, I don't know why, but I'm against these just like random things that I know are supposed to be helpful, but I'm like stubborn and I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need that. So I'm over here like, this hurts. But yes, so today that's what I'm going to be doing is going down some trails, emptying out my thoughts, maybe grabbing something new that I can use in my life or for, insight for other people or whatever. And we're going to see how that goes. And I've also never been to this trail before. It's in Midlothian, Texas. But I love going and experiencing some of these things by myself too. That way, I'm like, this would be a cool place to take my kids, and went on another rabbit trail there. But yeah. So this is what I'm kind of doing today, and hopefully some of the things along this trail can help with your path. Just see what I did there. All right, be back in just a second. Sorry about the sun, but yeah, so what I've learned about some of the stuff about my autism is that like it's really hard to like have change, leave, do new things, stuff like that. But I had it so much growing up and so much change is always going on that I like am more adaptable in a sense. But at the same time, my personality type is very, can be very adaptable too. So that's, contradicting to what, the stereotype of, autistic needing to have the same things all the time. Well, I really do need that, but I'm also ADHD, like very ADHD. And so I need new and to see new and do new things and, have new experiences. So it can be very contradicting. And I know like whoever else is out there that kind of goes through that would totally understand that, but it's a really important thing that like I'm helping with both of those sides. Like I'm doing a new exercise or whatever, and I don't get so stuck in the routines that I feel like I can't live without those routines. And so learning somewhat about my type as an INTP and stuff is that like learning new concepts, learning new things about my personality, learning how my brain works, learning learning how to learn. I mean, seriously though, because I didn't realize that like I needed to learn on my own my entire life. I thought I was just a horrible person in school, like I couldn't do any of that stuff, like I just didn't know how to do any of that stuff. And I'm like hearing stuff in there, nature. But yeah, I didn't know how to learn like everybody else. And now I'm almost 30 and I've realized, well, I learn by myself. I research, I look anything up, give me a book about something or an Audible or whatever about something, and if it interests me enough, I will research it to the ends of time and not let it down. So, and apparently that's a very INTP thing that can also do with autistics and special interests as well. But when I talk about like, an INTP, like I'm a perceiver and not as much of a judger. And so like, I just don't have a concept of time. And so if I'm like constantly having to push myself and perfectionize myself to do everything on time, like at certain times and very strict, rigid routines, then that's going away from how my brain naturally works. And that's going to make it really hard for me to have peace of mind at all or feel competent. And those are both pretty high things on levels of what I care about as a person, an INTP person, etc. But it's like a constant contradiction. I'm just a walking contradiction. Uh, but I think it's all like finding balance in that, you know. I have no idea where I'm walking to, but there's pictures of snakes, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. So, this is just a jumbled up video of a bunch of thoughts, I guess, on this, but um, what I'm really trying to express is that whenever I get out of my comfort zone and get my thoughts out into the world, that frees up the space in my head, which gives me more peace of mind. So even if I only helped like one or two people, which would be great to help more, then like I still did something and I still freed up that space and I still went somewhere new or at least left the house, and all those little steps are really big steps to autistics, and uh, people who maybe even struggle with depression, um, and especially right now with all this stuff going on with COVID and people around us, and think just a lot of hard stuff, difficult stuff that makes you more anxious, and for me makes me not want to leave as much. Um, yeah, it's healthy for me to still have some peace of mind and some fun pieces of life that can, you know, keep me going, I guess. I've always been somewhat of my own motivator, but in times like this, like I can't even really do that anymore. Like I don't even know, you know, how how to motivate myself anymore. So, learning from other people, whether I actually know them much or not, like just grabbing that insight and then going out and using, my intuition to follow, um, you know, a healthy path for myself, really benefits not only me but those around me. And it helps me to feel of use, which is really important. And I know a lot of us autistics too have like different health problems and health stuff, like me and a large group of my friends. And so it's hard for us to feel of use if we're constantly going through those health things too. And so there's ways that we can be of use. There's ways that, once we really like figure out our gifts and our talents and, those things, that we are able to use that and put that out into the world. But whenever I talk about identity, I don't just mean like, oh, this is the only thing that I am. I'm only autistic. I'm only an INTP. I'm only this or that or whatever. It's that gathering and figuring out all of this knowledge on these subjects and stuff, not only helps me to figure out who I am, but it also helps me to figure out how I can be used. And that's really important. So, anyways, this probably made about as much sense as Where's Waldo and trying to find him and seeing I'm wearing this hat today. That's probably accurate. So, I guess one day I will come out with a book called Where's Sarah, and y'all will have to find me because I'm going to continue to go and go into the unknown. um, and by the unknown, I mean partly my brain, which there's no telling what's all in there, but also just, the unknown of what is comfortable, being uncomfortable in order to be comfortable and continuing to do that. And continue to be a contradiction to society. Whatever you want to do. But, anyways, thank you for your time today. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Hopefully, this helps you get out of your comfort zone. Find yourself in a different way than what society thinks finding yourself is. And, for me, just knowing that, being, and I'm a Christian, but being that whoever that person is, that I'm going to be accepted. Maybe not by people, but by God. And so, there's that. And so I can just be as weird and cool as I want to be. Mostly weird and cool to some people. So, y'all have a good day. Thanks for letting me do this video. Look, I made it under 15. Oh, I just jinxed myself. I made it under 16 minutes. See you later.